Hey there everybody. I just wanted to check out this video of how Black Adam was considered a failure and the end of the DCEU. I thought it wasn't that. I didn't think it was a failure. I thought it was pretty decent. But apparently, well, anyways, let's jump into it and see the breakdown of all the factors that we may or may not considered. All right, here we go.
Heroes don't kill people.
Well, I do.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is arguably one of the biggest movie stars on the face of the planet. However, even his charisma couldn't save the sagging and lethargic DC Comics movie universe. In fact, the box office failure of Black Adam and The Rock's behind-the-scenes maneuvering has essentially directly contributed to the fall of the DCEU. But before we get too deep into today's episode, please like, comment, and subscribe to Nerdstalgic.
I just want to say, if you remember some of my videos I made last year, I said that there's a good chance that The Rock is pulling the same thing that he did with the Fast and the Furious franchise by making it all about himself. So this whole DCEU breathing new life revolving around The Rock may not work, because a DC universe based entirely around Black Adam, which is only one villain, and a huge universe of other characters, makes no sense. And so that may be a factor of why. And I predicted that last year. I predicted as soon as they started talking like that, I predicted, oh, this isn't gonna work out, and then it didn't. And the biggest tragedy, the biggest collateral damage in all this is Henry Cavill Superman. And it really sucks. But anyways, on the bright side, the Flashpoint looks really good. Flashpoint looks really redeeming. But anyways, let's continue.
In order to stay up to date with everything we have going on. And also, there will be some spoilers for Black Adam ahead.
I know you have a lot to catch up on.
Move.
My mom said you took out a bunch of Insta-gang soldiers in the desert.
Because they wouldn't move out of my way.
Created by C.C. Beck and Otto Binder and first appearing in the Marvel Family #1 from December of 1945, Black Adam has become a staple of the Captain Marvel universe. Originally created as a super-powered Egyptian antagonist for the Big Red Cheese, the character has been evolved over the years to be a more morally gray, complex, and interesting opponent for the DC universe as a whole. Believe it or not, development on Black Adam as a feature film dates all the way back to the early 2000s, when New Line Cinema was developing a Shazam movie that would have featured Teth Adam as the primary villain. Peter Segal, known for Tommy Boy and 50 First Dates, signed on to direct the film in April of 2006. And The Rock was approached to play not Black Adam, but Captain Marvel himself. While we're on the topic of Captain Marvel and his relationship to other superheroes, you should probably check out our video on the strange reason there are two Captain Marvels. Link in the description below. While The Rock never officially signed on to this version of the project, rumors persisted
Don't even
that he
get me
would be
started on
involved.
that.
By 2009, the film had stalled out and run
could
aground,
go
but it would only be a few
for an
short
hour
years later,
rant.
in April of 2014, when The Rock would officially announce that he had signed onto the project in the role as the villain, Black Adam. But here's where things start to go south. In January of 2017, The Rock asked to meet Jeff Johns, then one of the primary figures in the unfolding DCEU, about concerns with the Shazam script. To put it simply, The Rock felt like he had risen too dramatically in popularity since his initial 2009 circling of the project to become a villain in a superhero film. He wanted to be the star. He wanted Black Adam to be the star, specifically, but the movie was about Captain Marvel, so there was only one option. Remove Black Adam from the film, save him for a sequel down the line, and give him his own feature film to really explore the character's motivations and complex history. And that's exactly what the DC execs decided to do. Not only is this a flawed idea on its surface in the context of making a good Shazam movie, but it's
exactly what I predicted. And there was just rumors. It was just rumors. But when I heard the rumors they seemed plausible because they lined up with the same descriptions of how he was with the Fast and the Furious franchise, and making them spin off movies just for him, like, because he thought he was too big for his britches, so he said, no, I can't just be a supporting character in a franchise. I have to be the star. The movie has to spin off and make me the star, right? And it's just crazy because, like, name the last terrific The Rock movie. Like, honestly, it's just mediocre movie after mediocre movie after mediocre movie. Like, it is crazy that he thought, oh, no, I can't be a villain in a superhero movie, bro. It was good enough for Heath Ledger. It was good enough. It was good enough for many far better than you. How dare you?
Also a major misstep when you're trying to build a movie universe of interconnected characters. Black Adam is the main villain for Captain Marvel. It's like trying to build a movie universe around the X-Men, but saving Magneto for his own film. Your characters are never tested, never forced to develop and grow. A hero is only as good as his dark mirror reflection, and a film should tell the story of how your hero is tested beyond anything in their wildest dreams. They should be pushed to the brink and challenged so that their character arc over the course of the 2 hours feels like it's earned.
I can have anything I've ever wanted.
So now that the long-gestating Black Adam film has finally been released, has Dwayne Johnson changed the hierarchy of power in the DCU? No, not particularly. What he did was produce, creatively shepherd, and star in a pretty mediocre superhero movie that's more notable for its behind-the-scenes journey than for anything it actually put on screen. The film itself centers on the fictional nation of Kahndaq, which has been invaded by a colonial force named Intergang that is strip mining the country of its natural resources and cultural heritage. We follow a small group of well-meaning archaeologists as they attempt to find a mystical crown. They're racing against the clock to locate it before Intergang can get their hands on it when they're saved by an ancient warrior named Teth Adam. He's cool, brooding, and thanks to a backstory that has a surprise twist that you can see coming from 75 miles away, now also has the power of Shazam. Overall, paper-thin characterization, needlessly omnipresent slow-mo, and The Rock's obvious insistence that every line he says be either a one-liner or a trailer-worthy retort leave the film a completely forgettable slog that cost roughly $260 million before marketing.
That's
You should really be
expensive.
more careful with your word choice next time.
The film does such a disservice to beloved characters like Dr. Fate, Hawkman, and Black Adam that it never even connects the fact that all of them share origins in ancient Egypt and Egyptian-influenced cultures. From the jump, the film's marketing leaned into its connections to the broader DCEU as a whole, literally starting with clips from Justice League. In the lead-up to the film's release, The Rock went on a tear, all but confirming that Henry Cavill would cameo in the project as Superman. But even the return of Superman and a proper announcement from the man himself stating that he would return soon in Man of Steel 2 was not enough to score Black Adam a major win at the box office. And here's where things start to get even more dicey. The Hollywood Reporter debuted a story announcing that David Zaslav had selected 2 people to fill the Kevin Feige role at DC, James Gunn and Peter Safran. In the following weeks, it became very clear that Gunn and Safran were going to be cleaning house, reshaping the DC Comics movie universe, and possibly even abandoning many of the successful remnants of the initial phases of the DCEU. Gunn and Safran have opted to not pursue Wonder Woman 3 despite Patty Jenkins and Jeff Johns turning in a fresh outline. They've opted to cancel a purported Batman Beyond movie, and they've opted to not bring Henry Cavill back
They
for
lost
Man of
a
Steel 2,
Batman Beyond
despite
movie?
his
That
in-credits
sucks.
appearance in Black Adam. From the outside, it looks like Black Adam was the death knell of the DC Comics cinematic extended universe. It's pretty clear that from a corporate position, they're going to pivot to focusing on a marquee branded name characters like the Trinity and Flash, And that post-Flash, which is going to act like a crossover event and set a new status quo, they're going to start building out a new DCU with a cohesive plan. So what will ultimately happen with Flash, Aquaman 2, and the other odds and ends that are holdovers from the DCEU?
Now everyone's kind of like doing their own thing, and I'm the only one trying to keep it together.
That's anyone's guess, but ultimately, Black Adam seems like the concrete evidence that David Zaslav and the other DC execs were looking for. Stop putting resources into characters that aren't universally known. Focus on building out a cohesive universe first and foremost, and keep the levers of power inside the DC corporate hierarchy. For the newly reborn DC movie universe to succeed, they need people who are willing to play ball and focus on growing the brand of the universe as a whole. Look at how Robert Downey Jr. serviced the MCU. He appeared in cameo after cameo in order to bolster the burgeoning universe, and, at the end of the day, he was rewarded handsomely for his efforts. It's fair to say that The Rock's ego played a large part of how the rollout for Black Adam was handled, and was a substantial element in the project's failure to connect with audiences. Going forward, the new DC cinematic universe needs to be rooted in a commitment to the characters first and foremost. That's how you get audiences to fall in love with them, and that's how you build an overarching universe. A lesson the comics learned a long time ago. And that's all we have for you this episode. So what do you think?
That's
Will we
crazy.
see The Rock in Phase 2 of the newly rebooted DC
No.
universe? Let us know your
I
thoughts
doubt
down
it.
below, and as always, like, comment, and
I doubt it. Because they made a really good point of how Tony I keep trying to say Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. Did such a great job because he was the main puzzle piece where they put all the pieces together of the MCU. He didn't make it all about himself. He just did his thing. Yeah, he got paid handsomely, but he didn't try and like micromanage the universe. He knew that it's a universe that's way bigger and about way more characters than just him. Whereas The Rock tried to micromanage it and make the whole DC universe based around Black Adam, which is asinine. Like Tony Stark was in Iron Man, and then Tony Stark had a cameo, and right after that, at the end of The Incredible Hulk, and then did he cameo in Thor? I don't think he cameoed in Thor, but he had the Iron Man 2, he had the Avengers cameo, but there was just so many. Or at the end of Iron Man 1, he had the Avengers cameo, and then in Iron Man 2, he had the Avengers scene after he got drunk and woke up in his suit at a donut shop, sleeping inside a donut. Anyways, I think I'm remembering it correctly. And then slowly but surely, the entire team was assembled, all based around Tony Stark, right? And then he was in like, dude, they just made a really good point. Just let it happen. You don't need to force it. But yeah. So anyways, that sucks. I still don't get why they axed Henry Cavill though, because they're bringing back Ben Affleck, which is what I like, because I think Ben Affleck is the closest thing to the Kevin Conroy Batman the Animated Series Batman. But if they can bring back Ben Affleck's Batman for the Flash, why the heck can't they bring back Henry Cavill's Superman? Doesn't make any sense. Anyways, this video, I usually cut these videos off when I see they've gone past 10 minutes, because I see everywhere, I don't know if this is true for everyone, but I see a lot of people everywhere say they don't like videos that are past 10 minutes long. So once it goes past 10 minutes long, I try to wrap it up, right? I try, like, I can ramble on for 20-30 minutes. You've seen how many times my videos have been 20-30 minutes. I can just ramble. But so whenever I abruptly cut off of, like, wrap up a video, it's usually because I see, okay, I'm past 10 minutes, it's 15 minutes now, and you know, I know people's attention span, they don't really like videos more than 10 minutes, and they think the creator's trying to milk or something, which I guess for a big channel is probably maybe true, but like, I'm not even monetized yet. I'm not even big enough to be monetized. So anyways, I'm just rambling, but so I'm just explaining, like, for future reference. You see, oh, he's past 10 minutes. Oh, he just randomly wrapped it up. That's why. But anyways, this video has gone on a while, and I lost my train of thought about the DC Universe stuff. But thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and all that, and follow me on Twitch. Right there. Gonna be another video popping up, best suited for your tastes. Right there. And peace out, guys.